Can't afford Asheville? These are the 5 most affordable towns near Asheville. Hey, we're living in Asheville. We explore what it's like to live, eat, work, sleep, play in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm Beth Schadler with Tried and True Realty, powered by EXP, and we are here to help you learn everything about Asheville. So hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you can be alerted every time we make a new video for you. Are you looking to move to Asheville and you're checking out the prices and you're like,
I get the blues. I can't afford this. The cost of living is too high.
So the overall cost of living in Asheville is 6% higher than the national average, but for the whole state, it's 16% higher. So it's prohibitive for some people to move here. The population in Asheville is about 94,000 people within the city limits, and that covers 45 square miles. The median home price is about $500,000, so you might want to save up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on a journey of some towns that are kind of close, usually within 30 to 40 minutes of Asheville, that have lower home prices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on a journey of towns around Asheville that have a lower cost of living. Number 1, Canton, North Carolina. This is right outside of Candler, which is West Asheville, West Asheville, and this is Canton. So Canton has a population of about 4,300 people and a median home price of $221,000. Now, originally this place was named after Canton, Ohio. I'm not sure why, but it is also classified as where the mountains meet the sky. So there are beautiful views in Canton. So Canton is about 20 miles from Asheville and is in Haywood County. And the Pigeon River runs through there and it's quite beautiful. So you can go tubing and fishing and things like that. And Canton's main street has different shops and coffee shops and restaurants, and it's listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Canton is also a really nice hub for iconic hikes on the Blue Ridge Parkway, such as Shining Rock and Graveyard Fields. It's a hop, skip, and a jump away from there. And also Lake Logan is pretty close as well. So even with a historic downtown, Canton is still really developing, and more people are starting to sprawl and move into this area. There are historic homes and a certain charm to it that will be developed over the years. Now, one downside to Canton is there's a paper mill there called Evergreen Packaging Mill. It's been there since 1908. It is a staple, and you can see the smoke coming up from the paper mill, and every once in a while you can smell, if you're downwind, the sulfur smell that comes with that paper mill. So even in Candler sometimes you get a whiff of it and you're like, who did that? But it's really just Canton. Some people care about that smell and some people are absolutely unfazed. It's not every day, it's just how the wind blows. I don't know if it has any health adverse effects or not, but you can Google that and find out. Now, number 2 is Leicester, North Carolina. This is really kind of a suburb of Asheville. It's unincorporated community is what it's really listed as. And the median home price is around $410, something like that. So a little bit less than Asheville, but you're really so close to Asheville, it's hard to have a big price difference there. So Leicester has beautiful farmland, open skies, gorgeous views. It doesn't really have like a main downtown or anything like that, but does have somewhat of a community feel. It's kind of the countryside of Asheville. So you can still be close enough for shopping and dining and grocery stores, but kind of feel like a world away in a sense. It is about 20 minutes to downtown Asheville. There's always been an argument on how to pronounce Leicester. Some people say Leicester. Some people say Leicester, but the locals typically say Leicester, or unless you're local that you live there, then you can say Leicester. Number 3 is Etowah. We're going south of Asheville now, in between Asheville and Hendersonville. And the population in Etowah is about 8,000 people, and the median home price is about $210,000. So Etowah is about 30 miles southeast of the Tennessee border near the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So you have a lot of wilderness nearby, and it's in Henderson County. So you have different tax bracket as well. There's a lot of retirees that live in the area, and there's a few golf courses around. It tends to have more of a conservative feel, but there are great hikes and scenic overlooks in the area, and it's just a laid back environment surrounded with nature. It's about 35 minutes to Asheville proper and about 16 minutes to Hendersonville, so you have options. Number 4, Marion, North Carolina. You go down from Asheville into the valley per se. It also has a population of about 8,000 people, but the median home price is around $154,000, so a lot less than Asheville. Now, you're gonna have a different vibe, of course. You know, you have to remember that Asheville is a bubble of liberal, progressive people in a really conservative state. So once you kind of get out of that bubble, you'll see the cost of living go down, but you'll also see the vibe kind of change. Marion is in McDowell County, and it's really close to the Pisgah National Forest. It's an ideal base camp for hiking and camping, and really close to Mount Mitchell as well, which is one of the highest peaks in the area. You're also really close to Lake James, which is beautiful and you can take boats out on. It's 150 miles of shoreline and approximately 10 square miles of lake. So it's really well known for boating enthusiasts who like camping and fishing as well. Now, Marion has an established downtown area, has some charm to it. There are some restaurants and some cafes, but it's not as developed, but it's probably getting there. Marion is about 38 minutes to Asheville. Number 5, Marshall, North Carolina. So if you're in Asheville, you're gonna go straight up in between Asheville, above Weaverville, in between Hot Springs, you'll find Marshall. And it's one of my favorite places. I would live there if it made sense for me. It has not so many people. It has almost 800 people that live in the whole town, which a lot of people probably live outside the town of Marshall as well. It's in Madison County, which is a magical place, and the median home price is $220,000. So when you think about Madison County, it's where a lot of the history comes from when you think about the Appalachian Mountains and moonshiners and porch picking and like all the good stuff that kind of made this area what it is. There is a historic walkable downtown area that's established. It has a little bit of a different vibe in Marshall. There's a lot of artists there. There's farmers and people who care about nature and healthy eating, or there's a lot of organic restaurants and farm to table restaurants. There's a farmer's market. The French Broad River runs right through there as well. It's gorgeous because you have the river and a bridge and then a mountain backdrop too. There's live music often, and one of our favorite things to do in Marshall is the Mermaid Parade once a year, where people dress up as underwater creatures or mermaids and have a fun parade that kids love to join in on. There's a great sense of community in Marshall as well. Most people who live there know each other. They say hi on the streets or they see each other out at different events. So if you want to be a part of a community but don't necessarily want to be in Asheville, Marshall would be a good choice. So there you have it, 5 different places that are more affordable than Asheville, that all have a unique, different feel to them and have their own personalities as well. So if you want to learn more about living in Asheville or around Asheville, then subscribe to our channel. We help people move all the time to Asheville, North Carolina, and we're happy to walk you through that process. Send us an email, shoot us a text, give us a call. We're glad to help you. So until then, ciao for now.